Last year's champ was Felipe Toledo, and we'll see what happens this season. Toledo already into round 4, and that's where these two guys are trying to go. Jeremy Flores representing France, taking on the rookie Kanoa Igarashi, representing Surf City, USA, Huntington Beach, and also proudly representing Japan as a big part of the top 34 picture. Joe Chappelle alongside 89 world champ Martin Potter, who absolutely loved competing in Japan back in the day.
I did. Japan was very kind to me over the years. And that's kind of where the air shows started. We used to do the expression sessions, and there was a lot on offer for those as well, by the way.
Looks like Kanoa wants to get things going. Snap to start. Sort of a snap wrap out the back. Now he'll just snap to slide on the second one. 2 different turns. Highline wrap again for Igarashi. And he'll just keep on swinging that forehand hook. He wants a double up. It's still a little bit sluggish. Now into the inside track. Just a little wrapping turn before the whitewater, and he'll hang in there. Now it's starting to bowl up a little bit more, and Kanoa found himself a finishing move.
Such a mature approach, I reckon. You know, when you see these kids come on tour, they've still got that QS mentality, a lot of them, but this rookie class, I mean, you know, you look at Connor Coffin and you look at this kid, they've just, and also Kyle Labelli, I mean, they've got such a mature approach to a wave. It's all rail game, it's all carving maneuvers, there's no mucking around in between. That's really nice transition between the turns, nice and smooth. Look at that opening maneuver right there, just get that board all the way back around. He's got that Adriano de Souza bottom turn as well. Look how low he gets off the bottom and then jams it up into the lip. Almost spring-loaded, this kid. We always talk about how much pep he's got in his step. You know, it's just that really flies through maneuvers. Doesn't look like he's struggling for speed at any point in time, which when you've got speed, Joe, anything can happen on a wave. And this one right here is just an insight of how good this kid is. He's 18 years of age. He's only starting. I mean, he's got a long way to go. And then instead of going for the air right there, just made sure he finished. So real smart, competitive surfing right there.
Kanoa Igarashi getting a wave in under Jeremy Flores, as Jeremy already has a 5.0. So you see Kanoa just 18, the youngest member of the top 34. Worked hard last season, put together a couple of big wins as well, working closely with former pipe master Jake the Snake Patterson. Jake kind of reflects back on his tour life, and back before they had really official head coaches really walking around, he said it was all about just working with your friends on tour. Guys like Richie Lovett for him. They both watch each other's heats until they got in the heats together. But it was that early sort of feedback that ended up translating Jake into a really solid coaching role later on in his career.
No, exactly right. I mean, you know, when you're knowledgeable about how to surf a heat, you know, when you've won a contest before, I think then you've got the qualifications to then start really coaching someone, to give them the insight on how to do it, the ins and out of competing and, you know, winning heats and mental strategies and all that other stuff. Jeremy Flores, well, the new and improved Jeremy last year showed us that he's back. He wants to win again, and winning over there in Tahiti at one of his favorite spots in the world. You know, Jeremy's one of those guys. He's lightning fast, and he's got some radical turns as well.
Now this is live. Jeremy knifing that outside section. Just an aggressive little whip to reset. And he's over it. So Jeremy kicks out. Had the 5-0 early. Kanoa Igarashi, though, outsurfed him for a 6.77 out of the gates.
You know what? This is an interesting heat. You know, both surfers sponsored by Quiksilver. Jeremy Flores been around for a little while. He used to be the young guy one day. You know, now it's Kanoa Igarashi. You know, these guys are, you know, fighting for that respect within the company of Quiksilver. So can Jeremy keep the youngster at bay?
Time absolutely flies as we think about that last California matchup. It was an epic one to watch. Kolohe Andino took that one out, and he's with Rosie Hodge. And doesn't need much. A 1.66 to take the lead off Flores. Jeremy now will roll on this one. Wide open face to lay that rail down. He'll fight through it. Hard off the bottom, lay back hack right in the pocket. He'll go for a vertical climb. Stomping a clean, radical maneuver. Now just a quick rip in the pocket, showing his aggression and control. Flores now looking to finish strong, tags it real quick and hops out.
You know, I love this new Jeremy. You know, just that first turn on that wave, caught a little bit of a rail, the old Jeremy would have kicked out, he would have been angry, he would have got upset with himself, but he persevered. And what happened after that? He unleashed some massive turns. So, you know, it might not be a huge score, but it's going to better his 3.43. And he got that wave underneath the priority of Kanoa. Let's watch this first turn here. So he jams off the bottom, waits for it to stand up. Now he hits it, catches the rail there. Now the old Jeremy Flores would have given up on that, but no, look at this new improved Jeremy. Decides to just unload some big turns. That layback gouge was unbelievable from Flores. Sticking with it, bringing it through the inside. I'm liking what I'm seeing.
Amazing performance, nice, loose, and radical style from Jeremy Flores. You think about him when he hits the progression meter, he just puts a little bit of flair on all the classic moves. Looking at Kanoa now. Hard off the bottom, tail blow, reverse off the top. Now he's got a little drive and a lip to hit. Hard off the bottom, knifes it off the top, weightless. And he ends up landing in the flats, nice and solid on his feet. So Igarashi getting the keeper. Flores improving at the 16-minute mark.
Yeah, we've got a hit on our hands, Joe. You know, the young gun versus the not so young gun. But I like, you see how low Kanoa gets on his feet. I mean, that's what's, to me, it's just a sign of a good surfer. I mean, he understands that low center of gravity, it's harder. If you're standing up straight and someone pushes you, you're going to lose your balance. If you're crouched down and bent knees, it's going to be a lot harder to unhinge you. Kanoa, exactly that. Just flicks that board around just as easy as you want. How's so much speed he came out of that with, though? Hit the pedal again, just jams it off the top. Watch how low he gets when he comes out of this turn right here. Bang, stays low on his board as to avoid getting knocked off by that wave there. So smart surfing from Kanoa Igarashi. I mean, this is not QS surfing. This is world-class stuff right now.
He's stepping up big time. He wants to join the rookie class in round 4. Rookie of the Year race at the moment being led by Connor Coffin, Kiowa Belly, since they're already in that round 4 matchup. We've been talking about this heavyweight rookie class for a long time because we don't always get this many competitors that can qualify. Last year we had a pretty healthy pack with about 5, and then it increased to 7. Callanan showed up, took out Jordy before he was knocked out by Toledo earlier. Cathles had a great rhythm. He looked really energetic in his heat. Alex Ribeiro buckled his board, but he led that heat earlier against Ace. So,
and then as soon as that last wave of the set goes, then you duck out and try and get out as quick as possible. But if you mistime it, you're going to waste a lot of time and energy.
As scores now come in for Kanoa Igarashi, a 6.53. Started with a 6.77. Now the rookie back out in front. Flores looking for an 8.13. As we'll wait to see if this little wave's going to factor in. They're both being selective. Flores sitting deepest up the point.
If Kanoa gets this could be dangerous.
And looks like Kanoa's in a better position for this wave under priority. He's got a ton of speed already. He'll slow down and kick out. Didn't like the look of that one. Did you like it, Potts?
Well, there was going to be a little bit of downtime, you know, and that's a smart move from Kanoa. He's been assessing the conditions. He's been watching what the judges have been doing, and Jeremy Flores up and riding.
Now Flores, frontside cutty in front of Igarashi. Timing that amazing float to come around the corner with some speed. Just a quick tag and keeps that down the line momentum. Straight up vert with a layback hack to finish, but he'll let go of it.
Yeah, Jeremy's last ride of 5.17, so he knows he needs something special, and that you can see.
Well, we've got 8.55 to go in this one. Jeremy Flores still chasing the rookie for the lead. He'll roll in now and set up a first turn. Just a quick snap and he's out.
Saw him yesterday, didn't we, Joe? When we were walking home, and he had just creased another board. I mean, these boards are strong that he rides, and he's creased 2 of them already.
That's right. As we look at Flores, setting up an important wave. A lot of setup work down the line, but still has a lot of speed. Quick jam off the top, extended bottom turn, another clean snap. Another similar looking turn, but it's solid. He'll tweak the finish. Might have room for one more. Late hit, but he takes him down.
Wow. Well, he's definitely got some fight left in him. Strider had a front row seat to that one. And I'm sure there was a lot of intensity. I mean, Jeremy Flores, quite an intense competitor. I've had quite a few surfs with him in some serious waves, and I'll tell you what, he's not scared. He will go down swinging too.
Love seeing the new and improved Jeremy Flores in his career. Last couple of seasons, we saw him do a complete 180, got himself back in that top 10 picture. How'd you like this approach to try to take the lead?
Yeah, well, interesting that Kanoa let that one go with 6.5 remaining. Jeremy decided, you know what, Kanoa's got priority. I've got to roll the dice right now. Just milking this one all the way through the inside. Some nice transitions there, keeping that speed going, keeping that board moving. Now he starts to unload. He gets that foot back on the pad, jamming it in. Beautiful little inside section. So Jeremy Flores just absolute seamless surfing right there. Thought this wave was over and he went, uh-oh, one more turn. Just didn't quite get the speed there. So Jeremy Flores trying to get back into this heat, needing an 8.13.
And now here comes Kanoa Igarashi on the answer. Big vertical snap, solid looking wave. So he hits it in the pocket again. Nice tight cut back as this wave starts to slow down. He's keeping that high line approach. He just wants it to double up. Smart surfing to stick that rail in the pocket. And now to the inside corner. Another little chip and then throws the tail high into reverse, but it falls on the finish.
He couldn't help himself. I was wondering when that was going to come out.
I was hoping it was going to come out.
Yeah, me too. 6.77, 6.53, so needing to improve on that 6.53 if he wants to try and inch further ahead from Jeremy Flores. Still waiting for that last call from Jezza. This wave from Kanoa here. Just connects perfectly with that, gets nice and low off the bottom again. This is very mature surfing. It looks so much like the approach that De Souza has. Gets super low off the bottom. Same thing with Toledo. This kid's been doing his homework, Joe, that's for sure. Just silky smooth surfing, mistake-free, keeping that board moving. No downtime. Notice that? Just every turn connecting perfectly. And then goes for that little air reverse at the end there, just a little bit off balance. So great surfing from Kanoa Igarashi.
Last number coming in for Jeremy Flores, a 6.23.
You know, it seems like it's becoming more and more like it was, you know, this morning. There's a line in here on the wave that we weren't seeing before, and right now I'm starting to see everything up across the inside sandbar, so it's really nice to have it all lining back up. Before it was really choppy, and as you can see, these guys are getting longer, better waves.
Thanks, Strider. Flores already halfway down the line, and he'll just kick out on that last section. Flores fighting for a 7.07 to try to take the lead off the rookie. He got that one from deep, but it didn't link up through that inside track. In his first ever Eddie moment, John's coming up next against Michel Perez. Flores running out of time. Kanoa's going to let him go on this one. Jeremy's going to try to make him pay. Big first turn and tight jam. Trying to max in the maneuvers. Speedy section coming up, draws that cut back into the pocket, and he's got a little low road that's connecting. Here comes the finish, a quick snap off the top, and Jeremy likes it.
Yep. Jeremy doesn't claim that often. You know, Ace said he likes seeing other guys do it, so maybe Jeremy heard that and thought, you know, I'm going to flex some muscle and hopefully the judges buy into it and hopefully I'll get the score. 7.07 is what is required, which would be the best wave of the heat, Joe. Is that the best wave of the heat? And I'm sure the judges are going to be matching that up, comparing it to, let's say, Kanoa Igarashi's 6.77, which was the opening wave of the heat. Let's have a look. Smaller inside, but nice and clean. Jams it through the lip there. Didn't quite get the board all the way around. Now he does a little bit more. You can see Jeremy just looking down the line. Can't afford to get. Now he starts to get that board back around into the power source. Trying to keep that speed and momentum all the way through the inside and finishes off. So they weren't full turns in my eyes, Joe. You know, just he knew he had to finish that wave. He couldn't afford to focus on one big turn. Score's dropping though. It's going to be close.
Jeremy Flores leaving it to the end to try to turn it. He worked on a couple of rides, got an inside wave under priority as Kanoa's just taking a wave into the beach. One more judge to make a decision on this matchup. Will we have another rookie into round 4? Last wave for Flores, a 6.60. He needed a 6.71. The rookie from Huntington Beach into round 4.